Good morning, everybody. Good morning. I'll be right back. I just got to get my tea out the microwave. Good morning, everybody. So we have quite a few developments like we do every day. And you guys are ticking down to a government shutdown. It's a government shutdown coming too, in case people aren't paying attention. But that's right around the corner as well. The president is actually looking forward to another shutdown. Mike Johnson wants to ensure that he has another shutdown because Republicans, their agreement, it seems to me from looking at it, the agreement that Republicans and Donald Trump have made is that they shut down the government for him so that he can do whatever he wants unchecked, and then they don't have to hear about it from their constituents because the government's already closed anyway. So that's what it seems to me. Hey, Bells, come on, girl. You ready to go? Huh? Sorry, y'all. I'm trying to see if Bella want to leave. No, she don't. Okay. Well, we're going to let Bella stay for a minute. I'm going to have to get back up to let Bells out. Good morning, y'all. Good morning. I had to heat up my tea. So, yeah, it just seems to me that Trump and the Republican Party have an agreement that they will keep government closed, allowing Trump to do whatever it is he wants to do. Hey, Christ, good morning. Now, I don't know if it's going to take y'all a second to catch this image up top and realize what you're looking at, but you might want to stare at it just a little bit so you can catch what's happening on this image. Now, I don't know if y'all saw yesterday that Machado, the new president of Venezuela, right? That has taken over, where she's in place while while the United States continues to pillage and steal from Venezuela, because that's really what's happening, right? We got to be honest about what's happening. America's stealing from a whole other country and bragging about it. Hold on for a second. I'm trying to see if Bella, are you leaving? No, she not. Okay. I thought my cat was leaving, but she's just standing there staring at books. She's just like, I don't know what that's about. Anyway, okay, now she's leaving. Hold on, y'all. I got to let her out. Go ahead, beloved. Thank you. She got this thing. She'll just stand there. I'm like, girl, we're not doing that today, girl. We're not doing that. But yeah, so it seems, so with this image up top, because I'm not going to keep it there. Now, when Machado came to the White House, she brought her Nobel Peace Prize and she gave it to Trump. It doesn't matter, though, because the Nobel Prize Committee has said it's not transferable. They already had anticipated that she was going to go there to suck up to Trump by giving him her Nobel Peace Prize. Well, guess what they did? The Nobel Committee said nullified, it's not transferable, bitch. You're not giving it to no grown-ass man in a diaper that didn't earn it. Just imagine how worthless you have to be, or how insecure you have to be as an individual to need, again, he's chasing a black man's shadow. That lets you know that Obama is an exceptional man that just happens to be black. He's an exceptional man because this old ass man, almost 80 years old, is still chasing that black man's shadow. Still chasing that black man's shadow. Oh, I want a prize because Nobel Peace Prize because he got a Nobel Peace Prize. It's like, bruh, you don't have your own identity? No, he doesn't. No, he doesn't. His identity is the anti of anybody else's identity. That's what that is. It's the anti, right? It's the anti. So I don't even, right. Trump is jealous of Barack Obama. He is. He is. But think about it. Barack Obama's an exceptional man. He's an exceptional man. Look, I'm going to put this here for a second. Because I thought about this the other day when I saw this. Barack Obama is superior to Donald Trump in every way. In how he looks, in how he speaks, his education, how Obama got swag, all those things. And he sucks, you know? So it's just a beautiful thing. Obama is better than Trump in every possible way. He's better than most Republicans in every possible way. That's why he really upset. Yeah, you could say he's better than Kamala, but Kamala's better than Trump because Trump shits himself. Anybody that doesn't shit themselves is better than Trump. I don't know about y'all, but I like my presidents to have control over their bladder and their bowels. That's just me. Uh-oh, I dropped my microphone, hold on. But that's just me. I like my presidents that have control over their bladder and their bowels. If a guy or a woman doesn't have control over their bladder and bowels, that's a problem. That's a problem. No, Isabella, I'm in your mama's dirty trailer, your generational trailer. When you get up off the ground making pots today with your dirty toenails, let us know how it works. And let me know when you get those side teeth back, Isabella. Thank you for watching. Bye, Isabella. I know Isabella was a bot account, probably run by some poor man in a third world country, but I wanted to remind him that he was poor and that he needed to get back to making those pots. Oh, they crashed out with me. I already know it was some Indian bitch on the other side of that. Wait a minute. The black woman called me a name. I don't understand the name. She said something. Yes, I did. And I'd do it again. I'm done being nice to those people. I'm not nice at all. You come trolling in this live, I'm a troll too. I'm a troll on you like your daddy trolled on your mama. That's why you was raised with no daddy. So I'm going to do the same thing. So if you don't want your feelings hurt, don't come in this live cutting up. They're crashing out because they know Barack Obama is superior to Donald Trump in every fucking way. Every way. Now first, happy Friday morning. Happy Friday, everybody. We made it. It's the end of the week. It's the end of the week. So first of all, welcome. Thank you for being here. We're going to run down some stuff this morning in the live. And then when we're done with this live, we're going to move over to Patreon for an uncensored live. On Fridays, I do an uncensored live that's available to everybody. Click the link in my profile and you can come on over and be a part of the after show. In the live show, we talk about a lot of things we cannot talk about on TikTok because the TikTok community rules, so they say. So we also have video, we have audio, we have a great conversation. So check it out. Okay? You're right, Mr. Rip. More illegals have been deported than let in. And let me tell y'all something. We're at the highest point in history that most Americans don't use a washcloth and their back wind smells like spoiled milk and a Texas car in August. Yup. Yup. We're also at that breaking point. See? And Hummer, I'm not hooking up men with men today. I'm not hooking up conservative men with other men right now. You're going to have to come back this afternoon, beloved. You've been blocked. Yeah, because a lot of conservative men like that guy on guy action, I tend to only do those in the afternoon lives. Ripman, nobody cares about what you said. I'm glad you caught that I was clowning you. You've been blocked. I love how they come in and they think they faster than me. Let me tell you something I figured out. People with no side teeth don't think as well on their feet. I think it's the air that comes through on the sides because there's no teeth over there. So they have a harder time like thinking on their feet. I'm able to think on my feet because I got side teeth. I don't have all that air constantly rushing in from the sides. You know, so just so y'all know. Just so y'all know. Just so y'all know. That's all I'm saying. Look, it got real quiet. Y'all noticed it got real quiet. It got real quiet. They're like, huh? What? Huh? What? Huh? What? Right. Clown shit. Don't come in my live with it. I got time. Not in my mind. He never did anything for the American people. Nobody cares. You're not even American, Stephen. You live in the backwoods of India or Russia somewhere. And your daddy's probably your cousin. Shut up, you dirty bitch. Blocked. I love blocking MAGA. Barack Obama never did nothing for me. He didn't make sure I had side teeth. Only in the world of MAGA, Michelle, you know what he did? He couldn't have put your mama in a cage. Her back was too big. You've been blocked, beloved. I like to remind MAGA, you know, they got big, thick. Michael, I'm only hooking up conservative men with other men at 5 o'clock, beloved. You can come back at 5 o'clock to get you a boyfriend. I won't tell your wife. Oh, Tony, I'm not mad, beloved. Oh, my teeth are white, Toby. Toby, when you get done making those pots in India for $1 and you still can't feed your family, I'm not going to donate when I see you on TV with your distended belly. You've been blocked, beloved. Oh, they so mad this morning, y'all. They mad with me this morning. I'm reminding them of all of their pop. The bots are out today. You know why? Because I'm talking real shit. I told y'all rich people pay for bots to be out. Rich people pay for bots to keep you in a bubble to convince you to vote against your own best interest. That's what they do. We sure do need Barack Obama back in the White House. Oh, we about to get a Walmart announcement soon, Lori. Attention. Attention, all Walmart shoppers. Attention, all Walmart shoppers. Gladys, you can buy the pork and beans once I make this announcement. That Negro woman's on TikTok talking about our president. You need to get your ass on there and flood her fucking live so that these people don't hear what she says. We need them to stay in a dark place so we can pick the last bit of lint out of their pocket, Gladys. Thank you for shopping at Walmart. I love when them bitches crash out. MAGA crash the fuck out. I love every minute of it. If MAGA's not crashing out, quiet as kept, I feel like I'm not doing my job if they're not crashing out. I'm being honest. My job has not been done if they're not crashing. Here they go right here. Y'all see them on the internet? Man, what ICE is doing, I agree with ICE. Okay, fine. You can agree with it. Now get your punk ass down there and lick them boots. Get down there and lick them fucking boots. Because that's all they do, suck on boots. Suck on boots. Lick boots. They go from licking boots at the church, of licking the pastor's boots, to then leaving the church from licking boots and going straight on over to politics and licking boots of rich people. It's how they do. They're bootlickers. They're poor bootlickers. Always on their knees. Lopez, don't come here with your flag. You've been deported. I know you didn't come in here and put up an American flag and your last name Lopez. I will vote for deportation. Boom, 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 boom. I deported your ass so fast. You ain't one of us with a last name Lopez. You need the last name Smith. Fuck you talking about. You can't come in my live with that. You can't come in my live with that. I will vote for Donald Trump. You can't come in with that level of ignorance and think you're going to stay, beloved. Bum 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 bum. I will vote for Donald Trump. Hey, I love to send them. Listen, most of them, y'all, I know are bots, right? Most of them from India. Most of them in dirty flip-flops, dirty toenails, cook on the ground, sleep on the ground, eat on the ground. And they online trying to fuck with us. So I like to remind them, get back on the ground, you bootlicker. Hell, they don't even get to lick boots. They lick flip-flops. Flip-flop liquor. Stay out of our politics, bitch. See, y'all got to start being more aggressive. You got to start being more aggressive. I love and I'm going to tell you something. TikTok knows that it has a lot of bots. It knows. It knows. TVT, you're right. People are insecure who tend to be poor with no side teeth like you. That's why you've been blocked, beloved. I could smell you. Even when your mouth is closed, that dirty breath creeps out the side when you don't have no teeth at. Trump won because, I know Jonesy, Trump won because of his gains in the Latino community. And that's why I'm glad they're getting deported. I will vote, for Donald Trump, Hispanic is not white in America. No, 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 no. I will vote, for Donald Trump, Bum, 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 ba-da. So I love that they voted for him. Because I love that they're getting snatched up too. I don't care. What, did you think I'd be like, oh man, I love that shit. I love it. Because they're getting their wake-up call. You know that ICE is coming to Florida now. Oh, TikTok will restrict you, Kim, and allow the racists to be heard because the racists are allowed to have free speech. You're not allowed to have free speech. Hey, you're asking no work today? You got any wash rags today? Oh, you still dirty like you was yesterday. Ow. And side teeth don't grow back. Once you lose them, they gone. Catch that part. Hey, they big mad. When I put up this bootlicking shit right here, these motherfuckers crash out. You heard me? Because they lick boots. They lick boots. Imagine how worthless you have to be. A motherfucker won't. Think about it. Somebody got a little more respect for you, at least if they'll sit down and throw their foot up for you to lick their bottom of their boot. But not with MAGA. You stand up and just throw your foot in their face. You just throw their foot in your face. Bam. Black Mozart, you look African. Get the fuck out, bitch. You can't be a part of our politics. He look Nigerian. I am American. No, you're not. No, you're not. You work in some Nigerian bot farm trying to always scam people claiming you're going to send them 5,000 if they send you 2,000 first. Block. Yep. Block. I'm not doing it. I don't have no patience. Why is out? They love to play the game. Block. You can send the black ones. I block them too. That shit don't work. That shit really don't work. Real talk. Now, I want to tell y'all something, right? That I saw as a story this morning. Hey, Kiera. Because you need to understand what your government is doing. Now your government is working on racially segregated schools. Yes, ma'am. Your government is looking to set up racially segregated schools. Let me read some details for you that I saw this morning. And I was like, oh, okay. That sounds interesting, right? Hold on, let me get to it. Let me find it. Gotta find it here. Gotta find it her. Where are you? Okay, so the chair of the Education Committee, the House Republican that chairs the Education Committee, she says she favors politically segregated schools. Now, keep in mind, this was after she was caught talking about segregating schools based on race. Then she tried to clean it up and say, no. It's just based on politics. But y'all keep saying America not racist. I told y'all, Trump is America's racism. That's their grievance. And they want to go back to what it was. They like, make America great again. Y'all get what that is now? That was racist when you first heard it. But people didn't want to believe it. No, Kiera, that's the whole point of putting the children in a bubble with schools, so that the children never develop their own political view. See, people forget, In America, for a long time, and in many communities, it's still the same way. Children are seen as an extension of their parents. They're not seen as their own person. You know? They're not seen as their own person, right? They are seen as an extension of their parents. So by proxy, they are required to think like their parents, act like their parents, and make the same fucked up decisions that their parents made. So this is why conservatives don't want their children going out into the world. Because when they go out into the world, they get exposed to other things that challenge all the bullshit propaganda that they've been taught from birth. That's why. That's why. They don't want their children getting another perspective. Now, according to this woman on the education committee, that's why you got to be mindful about who on your fucking education committee, because they'll fuck up education for your children. Because understand, if they segregate schools by politics, conservatives are going to fuck up liberal schools. That's why they've been messing up public schools the whole time. The whole goal is to make you have a lack of education like conservatives. Conservatives choose to be uneducated. That's a choice. Long as they got God, they don't care if they're stupid. They don't care if they're uneducated. Because God is in place of education. Even though God says faith without works is dead, even though God is giving you information and you are choosing not to use it, which to me is in direct violation of saying you love God. No, you love man, because you're doing what man wants, and man don't want you educated. That's not God. Why would a God that you claim love you want you to be stupid? Hell, if Christians read their own Bible, you would read it and understand God warned you about rich people. He told you about rich people. Y'all still on y'all knees. Y'all still on y'all knees worship. Oh, the rich. Oh, the rich. And I'm like, did you even read your Bible? I am a Buddhist and I know that. I'm a Buddhist and I know that. So I go, none of these people are reading the Bible at all. They ain't reading no Bible. No. It's not even them thinking the rich will just help them. They think that the rich are rich because God blessed them. See, that's that prosperity gospel bullshit. Remember they were talking about that? Remember that they talk about that prosperity gospel was the beginning of laying a foundation that if you broke, if you struggling, God don't love you or a blessing coming. Just keep struggling. Keep giving your money to pastor. Just keep giving your money to pastor. Pastor gonna make sure you okay. No, he not. Pastor gonna take your fucking money, buy a private jet, a Rolls Royce, a Mercedes, big old house, take nice vacations, and then look at you in your face and tell you don't work hard enough. Because pastor pimping. Pastor pimping with the Lord. Now, this lady on the education committee, she says Republicans have been self-segregating out of leftist indoctrination centers for decades. So then, if they've been going to private schools, why they want to tear up public schools? Because it's about fucking up your education. They don't want you knowing the truth, because knowing lies allows you to be controlled. You are more docile when people lie to you. Let's just be honest. Americans love when their politicians, when their government lies to them. Americans like that shit. Americans like it. You think I need my medicine? Aw. And I think you need a neck and a washcloth, beautiful. Bye, beloved. Because you smell. You look like you don't take a bath every day. W was looking like one of them people I see on TikTok that say, you don't need to take a bath every day. And the whole time I'm watching, I'm like, the fuck you mean? Who raised you that you ain't gotta wash your ass? Okay. That's that back when y'all smell when y'all walk by them in the grocery store. Good morning, dude. Good morning, everybody. Listen, thank y'all for being here. Happy Friday. Only ask you to do a couple things while you're here. Tapping is clapping. So if you could tap that like button, tapping is clapping. If you could hit the copy link button. Copy link counts as a share. You don't even have to send the link to anybody. But TikTok will count it as a share, and it helps to boost my live. And then the third thing, just engage in the chat. Let's have a conversation. That's it. Now, this lady says, you know, it's funny to watch the Democrats feign outrage when I thought they'd be supportive of managing their own schools. With libraries full of corn, biological males and girls' sports and bathrooms, and as much DEI curriculum as their hearts desire. Now, I'm going to tell you about what's ironic about her statement. She's DEI. She's a woman on the education committee. So if she doesn't believe in DEI, see, this is where I go. People ain't asking these people the right questions. See, if I was in a press conference with Christy Nome, yeah, everybody else is asking about ICE. Everybody else asking about that. But you know what I would do? Excuse me, Miss Nome. Since the administration has taken a hardcore stance against DEI, my question is, why are you still leading Department of Homeland Security? Isn't having a woman leading DHS diversity, equity, and inclusion? What would make you qualify for this job? You don't even come from law enforcement. Why isn't Dan Bovino in charge of DHS? That's what I would ask. See, the media doesn't ask the right questions because the media is complicit. The media is in this shit with them. All while pretending they ain't had nothing to do with it. The media helped to get Trump reelected, and now the media is using all this shit that's happening in the government as a way to get you to watch. That's why they keep it on TV constantly. What's happening in Minnesota? What's happening? Because they know that shit becomes must-see TV for you, and they're making money. They don't care about what's happening in your communities. They just care about money. That's it. Even the ones that pretend they don't. Yep, social media too. Even the ones that, like MS Now, oh, they wanted Trump reelected. Now they try to pretend they at the front lines of the protests. Bullshit. Bullshit. They helped to get us here. Y'all can watch that shit and think that they didn't. Oh, I know what it really was. Joe Scarborough and Mika Brzezinski, a big part of it. All the while, while still trying to pretend they care about democracy. Bullshit. Yes, CNN too. But CNN don't try to hide it. CBS too. All of the big media. I'm telling y'all, if it is a publicly owned media company, they want Republicans in. Why? Because their big money owners don't want to pay taxes. And they knew when Trump came back in a second time, it was a guaranteed tax break. Even more. Rich people got even more of a tax cut. What's fake news, beloved, is the fact that you thought you could pose looking up with a nussy on your neck. We've discussed this. I don't allow nussies in my live that are not censored. I told y'all that's why Trumpers love MAGA. I mean, Trumpers love Trump. That's why MAGA loves Trump. Because they all got nussies. They all look like Trump. All of them. All of them need to be flagged for indecency. Because I tell you, when I'm out in public and I see a good nussy, I swear I want to stick my finger in it. I want to be like, because I want to see how deep it go. You know what I mean? I just want to see how deep it go. You know that song, how deep is your love and how deep is your love? How deep is your love and how deep is your love? That's how I feel. I see them nussies and I be like, I just want to know how deep it is. Okay. But I don't touch it. Because I don't want to be flagged for touching people that I ain't supposed to be touching. But I tell you, man, Now, according to Republicans, if they segregate our schools, liberal schools will have terrible test scores because we focus on social justice rather than academics. Let me tell you something. If the public schools were segregated by politics, I already know that Republican children, most of them will never graduate out of school. Because most of them are poorly educated. I already know. XM, just send it to my email. Send it that way. It's bishop@straightfactsnofilter.com. And I'll use it. Red states always test the lowest. Red states are the welfare states. If you live in a blue state, your tax dollars have been supporting red states all this time. So red states have been getting supported with your socialist dollars. And now they want to turn around and say, well, it's your fault the country's bad. You're right. You're right, JW. They actually would still graduate those children because they need them to stay ignorant. Because think about it. They can't control them when they get knowledge. They can't control conservative kids when they get information. See, this is control, but they can't control them without the info. They need the info to control. That's a big part of this. And when they can't control them by telling lies, well, they want to use a system that keeps you in control. Yeah, I know. Welfare recipients with nothing prefer to give tax cuts to rich people because they're ashamed of that they're poor. Y'all got to understand, these people hate that they're poor. They've been generationally poor. They've been poor for generation after generation. But the problem is they're getting more poor. At this point now, they are more poor than previous generations of their family. And they had more opportunities, but they have less. Crazy. That's why I need y'all to understand. They had all of this shit, but they still have less. They still have less. Now, I want to tell you something else. Did y'all hear about what Representative Andy Harris said? Because he's telling the quiet part out loud about what Republicans look, I'm checking something. Yeah, that's what I thought. And he's from my area. He's a representative in yeah. Yeah, he's in Maryland's 1st Congressional District. He's trash. Anyway, Andy Harris says that if Minnesota wants to cede from the union and have it on their own, they can. Y'all see that? Didn't I tell y'all America is like an abusive partner? So, bitch, you gonna let me whoop your ass, or you can go on out into the world on your own and figure out how to survive. That's what he's saying. That's what that Republican is saying. That's what he is saying. He's saying, hey, you ain't gonna just let us do whatever you want us to do? Then fuck it. Then you leave. You leave the union. You see that shit? You see that? I told y'all, these people are not about trying to compromise and work. They don't believe in that. They believe you do what the fuck we say only. This is why they see anything that liberals do as forcing them. That's why. Because that's how they think. They're like, fuck, we would force you. So we figure you trying to force us. That's how they think. This is not about compromise. You're not. Remember how Republicans always used to talk about freedom of speech? They don't believe in freedom of speech. That's a lie that they told you. They don't believe in that. They believe they should be free to say whatever they want. And they believe you should have to take the shit, accept it, and not be able to fight back. That's it. That's the difference. That's who these people are. That's the difference. You got it now? If this was never about free speech, this was never about states' rights. It was always about using government to keep your ass in check. It was always about that. It was always about that. Either you'll fall in line or they're going to make you get in line. That's what it was always about. Y'all thought this was a fight. Yeah, it is a fight for the soul of America. And what you're also realizing is you got a lot of people in America who will fall in line, do exactly as they're told, so they don't lose their place in the hierarchy, or hope that they get a new one. Remember, I told y'all it's a whole lot of people working in the government now who would have never qualified for these jobs, ever. This is the best job they've ever had in their life. They ain't never had comprehensive dental on a fucking job. What? They ain't never had comprehensive dental on a job. I don't know what y'all talking about. These people ain't never had good health care. They ain't never had a retirement account. Now the government is paying them to harass citizens, not just immigrants. See this, the train left the station a long time ago to just fuck with immigrants because this wasn't about legal immigration. I told y'all it was about racism. The entire time, it's always been about racism. It's always been about racism. It's always been about keeping you in your place in the hierarchy all the time. Yep, and using your money to do it. That's what it's about. At its core and at its base is racism. Immigration, that's racism. They're using race to make the fucking stops. And guess who said they could? Justice Kavanaugh on the Supreme Court. White guy said, oh, there's nothing wrong with using race as a means to initiate a stop. Now Kavanaugh, ever since then, is trying to clean the shit up. Oh, no, don't clean it up. You meant it. Quiet as kept. I'm waiting for the Supreme Court to peel back interracial marriage because I want Clarence Thomas's marriage to be nullified. Hey, if he don't believe in mixing of the races, then yours shouldn't be mixing either. You ain't special. You ain't special. And I seen his wife. He not special. Just like Jeannie Thomas, she paid to bust a lot of people here for that January 6th shit. Sure did. Sure did. But don't nobody talk about that. It's okay because the Negro that's married to the white woman licks boots. So they not threatened by Clarence Thomas. But they are threatened by Ketanji Jackson Brown. They're threatened by her because she ain't shucking and jiving. She not doing some Sambo shit. She's thinking on her own. She got independent thought. Clarence Thomas gonna do what he got to do to keep all that money and them gifts and that grifting that he getting on the side coming in. Oh, we gonna talk about those Epstein files this morning on Patreon. Because they even say Lindsey Graham is in those files. Now it kind of explains why Lindsey be acting like he is fighting for his fucking life when he's trying to tell people to leave Trump alone. Now it explains itself. It's like, because I kept wondering. I kept going, why is Lindsey Graham is acting like they're saying this shit about him. And then I see this report and I'm like, that makes sense. It's making sense now. This ain't just about protecting Trump. You feel me? This ain't just about protecting him. It's a whole host of powerful people in Washington that need this protection. Yep, that needs this protection. But we're going to go through that this morning too on Patreon. We are going to go through that this morning. Now, I want to read something to y'all because I found this shit hilarious this morning. I just want y'all to listen, okay? I just want you to listen to what a fellow American is saying has happened, okay? And y'all tell me what y'all tell me what y'all think, okay? All right? Okay, listen. He says, I am a U.S. born citizen. My wife is from India. Okay? I met her back in 2018 while traveling in Asia. We legally married here in the U.S. in 2022. But yesterday, for some reason, ICE detained my wife. They don't answer my calls, nor want to give any reason as for why they detained her. Yeah, he a passport bro. You caught that, right, Tiffany? We are legally married, so I have no idea why. I'm actually scared for her. I even voted for Trump. I voted Republican for a better economy. For them to take care of criminals and illegals in our streets, not for them to take my wife away. I'm so fucking sorry for voting for him. What can I do? Why are they You can't do shit. Because first of all, it's no fucking way his wife is here legally. It's no way. If he met her in 2018 in India, married her in 2022, that means he bought her here and married her. She ain't legal. It's impossible for her to be legal. They thought she was legal because he married her. No, bitch. You tried to have an anchor marriage. Deport her ass. She overstayed her visa. Time to go. Time to go. See, I told y'all, they love to run and get themselves a foreign wife. And I can guarantee you that Indian woman came here and identified as white, even though she not. She had no problem falling in with white supremacy. Fuck her. Deport her ass. And she's not legal because there's no way to become legal that fast. It's no way. If it was, we wouldn't have this immigration problem we have now. Boop. America drags out trying to become a citizen. It's extremely expensive. They play a lot of fucking games with you. Government always playing games, never wanting to solve the immigration problem. So I go, it's no way this woman is legal. She's an illegal immigrant. She is exactly who should be detained. Good. And she should be deported. And if she has a baby, an anchor baby, the baby needs to be deported with its mama. Yep, I'd feel no sorrow. Yep, you have to do more paperwork than getting married. See, what it is these passport bros run to these countries because they say, these women are better than American women, but you can't bring them back here. Dummy. Dummy. You can't bring them back here. You're going to have to move your ass to India, dummy. But guess what? India ain't America. And 9 times out of 10, you're not tough enough for India. So you got to make a decision. Either I'm going to be with this woman and deal with what I got to deal with in her country, or I'm not. Well, too bad. Now her ass is locked up in detention. Good. And I'm telling you something. I stand by this. Liberals coming after them, don't let their asses out. Deport them. Nope, do not clean up Trump's mess. Do not clean up, because see, what I see is immigrants and a whole bunch of people, they never ever appreciate what liberals do for them. Yep, he got what he voted for. Thank you so much, John. He got what he voted for. Yep, they think the visa is the same thing as residency. It's not. His wife is an illegal immigrant. She overstayed her visa. It's no fucking way that woman's still in this country all this time and she's now a legal resident. It ain't possible. I'm about to look something up. On average, how many years does it take to become a legal resident in America? I'm just checking something because I want to know on average. They say on average, it takes 5 years, but it can take anywhere from 8 to 11 for real, for real. It's no fucking way. No, not even after marriage. You still have to go through the process. The United States government don't give a fuck that you married them. They don't care. That's only one piece of what's needed to become a citizen. But it's not the thing that's going to keep you here. And it is not the thing that's going to make you a fucking citizen. I knew a guy that came here from France. And he met an American woman. They got married. They had a whole bunch of kids. That man was in America for 20-something years before he became a citizen. A citizen. 20-something years. Citizenship doesn't happen overnight. Not in America. Because America's system is set up just to make money off of people who want to immigrate here and who want to become citizens. It's really for rich people. Everybody else got to do it illegally. But rich people, they can afford to pay all the money that's necessary, have all the immigration attorneys that's necessary to do it the legal way. And they can afford to live wherever they want to live while they're doing it. Most common people, most people like us, we don't have the resources for that. Hold on, you guys. I got to crack my office door. It is freezing in here. I'm about to start shaking. Like shit. But they say I'm like a whole popsicle in this thing. How much on average does it cost? Oh, let's check that. What is the average cost to become a U.S. citizen? They say over time. Okay. Now, quiet as kept, it's not, okay, they're saying it could cost anywhere between $8,000 to $4,000 with fees and waivers available for low-income people, but that don't count a lawyer. That's just what you pay in the government. That does not, I mean, well, they say that counts legal assistance. No fucking way it's just between $8,000 to $4,000. It's just no way. Not in America. Because if it was, people would already be legal. It's not. It's not. Listen, I told y'all, I got some friends that are getting their Mexican citizenship, right? They paid they have a lawyer down there. Their lawyer, it was only like $200 American dollars. The visa was like 40-something bucks American dollars, right? They'll be there next week for their immigration hearing so that they can finish their process and get their Mexican social security number. The total for them to become citizens, like they have to renew their residency visa for 3 years straight. On the 4th year, they get to become a full-fledged citizen. That's it. That's it. America has figured out it's a lot of money to be made from immigration. That's why they won't solve the problem. They don't want to solve the problem. They make a lot of money from illegal immigrants. So why would I solve the problem? I keep telling y'all there's no money in a cure. The money is in keeping shit broken. And that's what these people do. They just keep it broken. Yep, and that is the biggest grift, Zarvis. To not ever resolve the issue of illegal immigration. Because if you fixed immigration, think about it, y'all. If you fixed it, then what would these people campaign on? Think about it. If you fixed immigration, if you fixed abortion, think about it. If you fixed all the things I say, healthcare, what would they run on? You say your good friend cannot work due to having MS. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that because I have MS too. She just now told me they cut her food stamps. I'm not surprised. I ain't surprised. Matter of fact, you saying that made me think of something that I saw this morning. I saw a story this morning that says the U.S. death rate is expected to surpass the birth rate by 2030. Yep. They say birth rates have been plummeting in the United States and all over the world, technically. But they're saying by 2030 in the United States, there will be more people dying than being born. Yeah, there's another government shutdown coming, Chris. And Trump knows it. That's why Trump said starting February 1st, he's going to freeze all funding to sanctuary cities and states. That's why he said it. Because he already knows Republicans have no plan to keep government open. They don't care. They don't care. These motherfuckers, they don't care. Okay? Do y'all understand what you're dealing with? You're dealing with a government that they get. Didn't I tell you that your suffering was a part of, was a feature of the design and it's entertainment for them? Haven't I been telling y'all that? Haven't I been telling y'all that? They love to watch you suffer. It's the fucking Hunger Games. It's the Hunger Games. I'm telling you. It's the prison. It's Hunger Games and Death Race mixed in together, right? Think about it. If you've never seen the movie Death Race, go watch it. Go watch it. Go watch it. To me, it is Death Race and Hunger Games mixed in together. That's exactly what it is. That's exactly what it is. Okay, you've seen both, so you get where I'm coming from. It's the exact same thing. It's all about only the strong survive. That's it, baby. Only the strong survive. And you're right, idiocracy too. And these people have decided if you won't get in line, they're going to make you get in line by starving you. See, when I read the story about Americans, about the death rate is going to surpass the birth rate, I wasn't surprised. When you don't have health care, when you don't have good food, real food, you don't have clean water, they working your ass to death, you never get to rest, you never get to take a breath. It's no surprise that Americans are not going to, at some point, they're going to be dying faster than they're born. Say it again, Zarvis, it's been starting. And let me tell you something. AI not going to take over either, Mr. Know Some. I'm going to tell you why. Rich people are not going to put nothing in place that could take their place. Why do you think they only want AI to do shit that we do? Because see, AI could do a CEO's job too. No need for you don't need the CEO, right? Because the AI can read all that data, recognize patterns, but notice how rich people never say nothing about using AI to replace CEOs. And AI would be a better CEO than the CEOs we got now. It would be cheaper. It'd be cheaper. Instead of paying them $30 million with a golden parachute, you wouldn't have to do that. Shareholders wouldn't have to absorb the fact that a company had to pay one person $30 million. They wouldn't have to do that. Real talk. They wouldn't have to. Real shit. That's why I told y'all, rich people playing this game, the whole goal was to use AI to replace you. Because they don't want to pay you. That's it. They don't want to pay you and they don't want to pay me. They just want to make money. Real shit. It's never been about making things better. More so than it's been about rich people are tired of paying us to work for them. They're tired of that shit. They tired of having to give you breaks, care about your working conditions. But if they have computers, robots, they don't have to worry about any of that shit. They just work. And they don't never need a day off. They may break down, but ultimately they don't have feelings. I ain't got to worry about their feelings. None of that shit. That's what rich people are on right now. That's what they're on right now. That's why I'm telling y'all, yeah, there's AI, but rich people are very funny about how far they're going to let AI go. Real shit. Because if AI works the way that they say it should, you don't need CEOs. You can have an owner, and AI is management. What you need management for? See, right now, management been sustained by, they've been able to survive AI because AI is telling them to fire you. But I'm pretty sure at some point AI says, well, you're not actually needed either. Now, whether or not that messaging ever actually makes it up the chain, that's a different story. That's why rich people have been so giddy and excited about AI, because AI gave them a way to replace you. You say, if no one can afford groceries, how are they going to stay rich? Because, Michael, this is how they stay rich. By monetizing every faction of your life. Where you're going to come up with the money some kind of way. If you need clean water, you'll find a way to get it. You'll find a way to get the money. Think about it. If you need to feed your kids laying there starving, you're going to find a way to get the money. By hook or by crook, but you're going to find a way. They know this. Even if you break the law, because they make money if you break the law. You go to prison, they make money off of that. So for these people, they're going to make money no matter what. Yep, they said you will have nothing and be happy. Quiet is kept. Let's talk. Look, I'm going to wrap up a little bit talking about this piece because we're about to go into our Patreon live soon. When the government came out with that $3 meal, that was essentially Trump and them saying, eat cake, bitches. Real shit. Essentially what the Trump administration was saying, like, fuck y'all. We get money over here. We get money over here. We don't give a shit about what y'all going through. We getting money. And since you got to look, we're going to tell you how y'all can still survive on $3. Soon as I heard $3, I already knew. And when they said we ran over 1,000 simulations, let me tell you what that tell me. None of those people never been poor. See, if you've been poor before, you don't need to run a fucking simulation. What? I am the simulation. I am the simulation. I've been poor enough to know what works and what doesn't. I've been poor long enough to know. But all these people that work for Trump ain't never been poor. They don't even really understand what poverty is. They can't wrap their minds around real poverty because they got a lot of money. So to them, they can't wrap their minds around it. Yeah, they're concerned about dropping birth rates, JW, because those dropping birth rates are their workforce. See, when y'all don't have kids, they're going, well, how am I supposed to have future workers, future low-wage workers if you ain't got no babies? That's what it's about. That's what it's really about. That's why they're upset. Because you won't have babies that's going to end up working for their babies. That you're not, exactly, Laura, you're not feeding the machine. You're not feeding the machine. And I know you say we're not just bodies, we're consumers and we're buyers. But see, this is the thing, though. Yeah, you are consumers and buyers, but you can't consume and buy if they price you out of it. Right? And that's the goal. They charge you, if I can get your money tied up in fees and all this other shit inside of government, then I ain't got to worry about you standing in the way of nothing we trying to do. Nothing. This is what y'all need to understand. None of this shit is an accident. None of it. I'm telling you, everything that these people are doing is on purpose, and they'll do it again too. That's why I say you can't compromise with people like this. They don't want compromise. They want to destroy you. That's what they're chasing. They want to own you and every component of you and your life. And that's the truth. That is the truth. They want to own every facet of your life. And if they can't, well, then they'll find other ways to control you. And that's what they've been doing. Wait, that's why I've been trying to warn people since last year. But people don't listen. They don't take this shit seriously. Now, the young people who voted for Trump realize they so fucking broke. They'll never be out of their parents' home. They'll never get out from up under all that debt. Now they don't like Trump. Well, it's too late for that shit. You might as well just accept you're poor. No, what did the AI summary say? I didn't even read it. Look, let me scroll back up and see what the AI summary said. Because I didn't see it. What did it say about me? Sometimes I pay attention to the AI summary, but most of the times I ignore it. Yep, young people ain't gonna never be able to buy no home. A lot of them ain't gonna be able to buy no car. When a car costs $50,000 for a starting car, like just a basic ass car, they ain't gonna be able to buy no car either. It's not gonna happen. They're going to just be on the hook to working low wage fucking jobs. But they created this for themselves by not taking politics seriously. Politics is not a meme. Trump was a memeable candidate. Well, your life ain't a fucking meme. Your life is not a meme. And now you see the impacts and the consequence of playing with your government. Them people ain't playing with you. Those people are lawyers, doctors. They're very well educated people. So while your stupid ass is playing with them, those very well educated and connected people are making sure that you're going to get fucked. Yep, Biden was right. You will have nothing and be happy. You ain't got no choice. Because if they catch your ass being unhappy, they're going to lock you up. And then monetize on your suffering. I told you. Folks going to learn. Folks are going to learn. Just like I tell people in these Republican states, especially immigrants, you're not safe there either. Oh, they're going to get y'all too. They're just not getting you first. But you next. They don't like you either. Yep, say that shit again. Spending all day playing games on TikTok, trending dances. Listen, I love a good time. Don't get me wrong. Y'all know I love to have fun. But also at the same time, you got to pay attention to the shit that's happening around you. Be conscious of it and make decisions that make fucking sense. But they didn't want to do that. They wanted to play with the shit. Trump's so cool. He's owning the libs. No, he owning your punk ass. That's why you broke. And see, a lot of these young people thought they were going to be able to be content creators. I'll be a content creator. And I'll make so much money. I don't have to have a regular job. So I don't really care what happens in the job market. Fast forward to now. These platforms, they keep changing how they monetize. And the platform's been talking to the rich folks. And the rich people say, wait a minute. You giving these motherfuckers too much money just to make content and be on the fucking internet. Because when they make content and get on the fucking internet, they don't come for these low wage jobs. So you got to change those monetization programs. They can be a supplement, but we don't want that to be income. Like just replace a job. I'm telling y'all. You get it now? It's about funneling you down the pathway that they want you to go. You're like a sheep. And you're being funneled down the pathway that they want you to go. Some go to slaughter. Some go to farms and live a nice, good, cushy life. Some go to places where people don't take care of them and they suffer the whole time. You understand? Y'all better wake the fuck up. These people not playing with y'all. But y'all, like when they always try to act dumb, they're not dumb. These people are highly educated people. They're just good actors. Yep. Your government made ByteDance sell TikTok because TikTok was telling y'all shit that y'all needed to hear that was causing you to question your government and they didn't like it. Notice they didn't tell them to sell Facebook. They ain't tell them to sell Instagram. They ain't tell them to sell Snapchat. None of that shit. But they told them to sell TikTok. Exactly, because they had to control the narrative. And ever since they sold it and it went down and came back up, TikTok ain't been the same since. And it ain't gonna never be the same no more. Because your government don't want you to know information. Y'all gonna learn. Y'all gonna learn. Real talk. That's why that happened. To control the narrative and to keep your ass where you are economically. They don't want you to succeed. Now listen, y'all. This morning, I'm going to prepare y'all ahead of time for anybody that's coming over to the Patreon show this morning. Because some of this stuff is going to be highly sensitive. Might be triggering for you. Because we're dealing with a lot of what's happening in Minnesota. I got a lot of new footage. A lot of new footage. Just a lot of things happening that they're doing over there that you don't know about. Okay? That big time media ain't gonna cover all of it. I appreciate you too, beautiful. Real talk. Y'all need to understand. Oh, and one last thing as I wrap up this morning. Yesterday, House Democrats saved your ass again. Part of me feel like they shouldn't have. Because people think that fat meat ain't fucking greasy. Now, didn't I tell y'all earlier this week about the job training stuff and all of that and how Republicans want to take away your ability to be paid for job training? Remember I told y'all that? Well, guess what? Yesterday, the House Democrats defeated a Republican bill that would have allowed employers to deny workers overtime pay or minimum wage, classifying work as job training or education. Conservatives want you to work for your employer for free. Won't be long for you'll be working for food. You won't be working for money. You're going to be working for housing and food and education. Access to information. Because they done monetize. These rich people are monetizing all your access to information. Wake up, folks. Oh, we're going to go over that. We're going to go over that this morning too, Anthony. Because the 6-month-old was in a car, actually, that got tear gas. And it was 6 children as well. It was other children in that car. All of the children have been hospitalized. All of them. Oh, you say Amazon already working on employee housing? Not surprised, because if they give you housing, they can pay you less. And you're right. None of it's public knowledge unless you check C-SPAN. Why? Because all the big media companies make you pay for news. Y'all gonna learn. So yeah, the movies were just telling you what your government was doing, but folks wasn't paying attention. Art imitates life, but folks wasn't paying attention. Listen, thank y'all for joining me this morning. We're about to get started on Patreon. Listen, if you are not a member of the Patreon already, today is Freebie Friday. Click the link in my profile. Come on over, because I got video, audio, photos. We having an in-depth discussion that we cannot have here on TikTok, because there's certain things TikTok does not allow anymore. Yep, you're absolutely right. When your job provides the housing, it also controls you. I do have YouTube. You can click the link in my profile and it'll take you to my website that tells you all the places that where I'm at. Absolutely. Because think about it. If you live in employer housing and you have internet, they also get to control what you access on the internet. They would also be able to control what you access on the internet, what you get to watch on TV. Say it again, 1000% that bitch, but people don't want to read fucking books. History is repeating itself. This ain't new. It's repeating itself because people are choosing for it to repeat itself. Yep. Yep. Hold on, I'm making myself a note. So thank y'all for joining me this Friday morning. I want you to have a beautiful and blessed Friday, okay? Thank you for the 49,000 likes. Thank you for the 49 shares. I appreciate it. Thank you so much for that. I want to send a shout out to my top 5 gifters before I leave the live because I try to do this every live. Number 1, beautiful Lori. Thank you so much, beautiful. Number 2, handsome Zarvis. Thank you so much, handsome. Number 3, Miss Beautiful Tiffany. Thank you so much, Tiffany. Number 4, Miss Beautiful Tony. Thank you, Tony. I appreciate you. Number 5, beautiful Carla. Thank you so much, Carla. And a special shout out to number 6, handsome Kiera. Thank you so much, handsome. Thank you all for being here this morning. I will be back 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time here on TikTok. Don't forget, Saturday mornings, we bake shit and talk. So tomorrow, I'm going to do some more dog treats, this time with sweet potato. I already picked them up yesterday. I picked up my sweet potatoes, and I'm trying to figure out what else I'm going to make. I don't know yet. I'm going to figure out something, but I'll let y'all know. We might do if I find a good potato chip thing in time, we might do that, but I got to find something, but I'll let y'all know. I love y'all. Have a beautiful and blessed day. I'm going to tell you how I always tell you. Don't let nobody live rent free in your head. Don't feed any trolls. And you can accomplish anything you put your mind to as long as you stay consistent. Peace, everybody. And I'll see you on Patreon in just a second. Love you. Have a great, beautiful, and blessed day.